What is it smelling here?
Oh, I think it was the human, senor. He set something on fire. I think he burned himself up partially.
That figures. At least we had a fire extinguisher around here, didn't we?
No, we didn't have no fire extinguisher. He just took the whole thing and ran outside with it, and then stepped on it with his bare feet. He was pretty impressive.
It was pretty stupid.
See, it was pretty funny. I laughed, and he get mad at me, and I didn't do it. It wasn't me. I was just sitting here, and I thought he wanted to have a barbecue. Maybe some barbacoa or something. I don't know.
Well, why didn't you say something?
Well, I'm not going to interrupt him in his barbecue. That's crazy. You think I'm crazy? He's the crazy one.
You got that right.
Yeah. Don't ask me anything either. So I sat here, I saw it, and I laughed. I laughed, and I'm still laughing.
Well, it's good to laugh. Everybody needs a laugh once in a while. Just don't hurt yourself laughing so much your sides split.
Hello and welcome to my channel. Well, my Chicago Knife Works order finally arrived. I know this looks zoomed in and it's all moving around, but if you look at my earliest videos, I always did this, you know. I mean, I still do this. It's just something I do. I try not to do it intentionally, but it happens. And I'm not going to apologize for it. So there. But I finally got my knives in, and once they started shipping it, once they got the stuff shipped, it only took about, oh well, I got it today. I don't know, my hat just bumped out again. Just a second. Anyway, they're here now, and because it's I ordered at the beginning of the month, and it's almost the end of the month now. I've had orders from China get here faster. All right, it says Chicago Knife Works America, but it comes out of Virginia. So, and these are made in China, but you know, you'd think they originally would have them in stock. It showed as in stock in their stuff. Now, the reason why I didn't email them or write them is because I've seen other people do that and get no response or whatever. And when I look at their website on the order, it just said processing. But when it first pops up on their website, a lot of times it says, notice about shipping. We're, you know, experiencing problems or whatever, and it's taking longer and all this other stuff. And I'm like, all right, look, you got to expect that, you know. Anyway, it arrived, and one of these two is going to be the giveaway knife. See, now that bumping is just for me picking this up. It's not for me hitting that. So let me get this back here, and we'll change the perspective. There, maybe that'll help. So yeah, anyways, I got a Rough Rider black acrylic handle with genuine copper swirls. And then I got another Stoneworks. Now, I know that this one's going to be the giveaway knife because I've already got one of these. And this I could add to my collection if I so desire. And one of the things I like about these, let's look at this one first. One of the things I like about this, first off, I like copper bolsters. I like that, but it's this pattern. All right, now I'm going to have to go back to 1x so we can zoom in, and even at this is at 0.5. Even at this setting, I can't use the built-in flashlight in the camera. We're going to need the flashlight to see the details because this is all dark. So yeah, it's got copper bolsters, but it's this mesh. It's a lot like Spyderco use that Rapier or Raphael or something kind of like stuff. But this is pretty cool, and I believe it's partially UV. kind of reflective type of stuff. You know, it'll glow somewhat. But fairly nicely made. I haven't even opened it up yet. I just got it today. You can see that's just from sitting there. Got a nice opening to it. It feels like it. Could you see that gunk? A lot of times some of that gunk in there is going to give it kind of, yeah, it's got a kind of a mushy landing. I wouldn't say that, you know, this is just like the initial impression of a knife, because a lot of times you're going to do good. Just see, that was really lazy, that landing there. I like it to snap back. Nice little pin blade here. Pow. Yeah, I think I'm going to add this one to my collection, but let's see how the pin blade, it's going to come down a lot better, I think. Yeah, that's what I like. See this one over here, see how mushy he is? He gets right there. I mean, you know, just needs a little work. It's got some, but as far as the pull, it's set fairly well. That's what I like about canoes. You have something that has protected bolsters right here, so that you don't have any things humped, you know, sticking up to grab in your pocket. It's kind of canoe shaped, right? Well, that's why they call it a canoe. All right, now let's look at this other one here, because yes, I have given this pattern, you know, away before and everything, but I just like this. It's a good example of a kind of a fancy knife, you know. I mean, you can get Barlow's in any kind of shape, and well, not shape, but any kind of handle and different size links. But what I like about these is that stamp that it's got there, the Tang stamp. You know, it combines Rough Rider. They got it from Teddy Roosevelt, so I mean, this, you know, they're using horses and stuff, and Rough Rider, you know, so I mean, it really fits their logo very well. And then what are these other words here? Sharp something. Sharp tested. You know, so they tested it and they said it was sharp. All right, let's test it. How do you test if a knife is sharp? Well, a lot of people do it with paper, but it's really whatever you're going to cut, you know. So let's look at the bevel first. Now you can see this one's a little bit wide on this side, and this one's a little bit more narrow. So the angle's different on this a little bit. The apex is not going to be completely lined up. So that's one thing before we start talking about sharpness and everything, because if you can make that angle sharp, you can make a chisel angle sharp. But if you're going to have a regular knife, you'd like to have both sides equal, whatever degree you've got in there. So it's got a little dragguless to it. I don't want to be too critical, you know, because really, I can take care of sharpening, you know, on a knife. Yeah, see, it's not bad. It's sharp. It's sharp. I'm sure it will cut you. I'm not going to demonstrate that. I've already damaged myself enough today. But it's got some nice real abalone in it. So that's cool. Now some of these are reconstituted stones and everything. I think this is mother of pearl right here. And then red jasper, and this simulated turquoise or reconstituted turquoise. Not bad, whatever it is. Right now, a lot of people want to look at one side and the other and see if they match. If you see a lot of stuff, it's because I've been handling a fire and walking on it too. Now, see, I like smooth bolster too, because I mean that looks nice. But really, if you're going to put that on there and there's nothing else going on other than this, and you've got to have that on there too, you might as well put something, you know, to give it a little character, a little flair. All right, let's try this one. Nice. Nice. Nice snap to it. Now the number here is it's 440B. That's different. See, you got a little bit better than 440A. You're going up. My thought on that is, you know, while this is nice, why not go 440C? I really like 440C. Because it's not a super steel or anything like that. Maybe it was considered, but 440A is good. 440B has got a little bit better edge retention. But I mean, if you're going to do that, you might as well go to 440C. That's what I'm saying. But it is a step up from 440A. So whenever you get this, see, it hasn't been honed. You can see there's a little bit of. Did we test this one already? Or we haven't tested this one, I don't think. Getting confused. Dear William. Dear William. Date, August 5th. 2020. Is that? Oh, that was from my rent. You cut down a tree. Yes, I did cut down a tree. Cut it in half with a knife. So see, it's pretty sharp right there. It already cut a tree in half. So it's pretty famous for that. It's got a nice half stop on it. All right, let's see if it lands properly. That's pretty strong resistance right there. I mean, just consider if this was your finger back here, you want a little bit of strong resistance for this from this if you hadn't moved your fingers out of the way yet. And now it's too late. I think you would feel it by the time it got back here. You'd start realizing the error of your ways. All right. Don't lean on the table. You're causing vibrations. Well, sounds are vibrations, and light kind of move in a wave kind of form way too. So, you know, you can't really escape vibrations in life. Nice pen knife here. Nice pen blade. These are usually, like if you're doing most of your cutting with this, you can save this one for like more delicate stuff. But let's see if it can cut, you know, the root of the tree, the base of the tree is much sharper. Is much tougher to get through, and it cut through the base of a tree. I don't know, how big is that? It's a pretty big tree. So yeah, I'd say it's pretty sharp. Anyways, this is going to be the giveaway knife for this month, barely. And you can thank my members for this again, because that helped contribute to getting this knife. And magic word will be extinguish. It's kind of a hard word to spell. I'm not going to spell it out for you. I mean, print it out for you in the description or anything. But like, you know, fire extinguisher, just put extinguish, not extinguisher. Because the way I got rid of, put out my lithium battery fire was first I disconnected the source of the problem, which was me charging stuff up at too high of an amps, and then it was still on fire, so I lifted the whole mat, the whole rubber mat up, which you'll see in a picture or something I'll include. I lifted that up and I went outside, and even after stepping on it, of course, I didn't put it out, but I wasn't stepping on it on purpose, but I did step on it. And water is what I used. Now, I got it out on the balcony because it has a toxic gas that it gives off when the lithium battery burns off. But, you know, I turned on fans, opened the door, and went for a walk. The cat already had jumped off the balcony, so he knew from the sound of the alarms going off, smoke alarms. Anyways, yeah, that's that for that right now. Like I said, life is an adventure. Just getting through life every day. Life is an adventure. Um, Sometimes it's more adventurous than it needs to be because of stupidity. And I did some stupid stuff. Remember, kids, electricity will kill you. And fire. A lot of times, along with electricity comes fire because it's an arc. And then you heat up things through current. So, yeah, today's a fire safety lesson also. So I hope you found that enjoyable. Again, I have to keep this to United States, lower 48 only because of shipping. And you don't have to be a member. You don't have to subscribe. You don't even have to like the video. That would be nice, But other than that, no bots, no spamming of it, Try not to give it away. Tell everybody what it is. Like, try to include it in a sentence if you can. But I'm going to do a word search for it, basically. And what I do is, if that doesn't match up, like if I look at every comment I can find on this video, and if I don't find, if I find a disparity between the actual people that wanted to enter and everything, and then what this random comment picker search comes up with is the number of comments that qualified, because I do a keyword search, then I go by what I see written down in the comments. Right, so usually it's no big deal. It's usually less than 24 people or so usually enter, so you got pretty good odds. And again, it's not this knife yet. It might be next week. And again, I'll throw in other stuff, stickers and stuff. Maybe not. I'm not going to throw this one because it's special. These are special stickers. Just like a special blister on the end of my foot, on the bottom of my foot. I mean, just to remind you, I'm not a fire walker. Hey, you want to walk across these coals? Nah, no thanks. Been there, done that. Got the blisters to prove it. Anyways, good luck, everyone. Sorry for, not doing content a lot recently, but a lot's been going on. So, thanks for watching, and have a nice day.